Oh, okay. Fingers crossed. Can anybody see me? Can anybody hear me? Oh man. I'm getting some yays. I'm getting more yays. All right. So, yes to both. Yes. Okay. All right. Cool. Oh man, what an adventure that was. Thanks, Scott. Much appreciated, mate. Oh man. Wow. I have no clue what happened there because I was actually starting in my scheduled stream. So yeah, I don't know. What do you think happened? Any idea? No, she doesn't know. Ah, man. Um. Oh well. Yep. So g'day everybody. That was a bit of a yeah. That totally threw me. Didn't know what to do then. So yeah, thank you so much for sticking around, everybody. Much appreciated. G'day, Joe. You've just turned up when I've just had to restart my stream. So yeah, that was just a test. That's right. So yeah, girl's here today. She's inside for the moment, so I thought you might want to say g'day to girl. Girl want to say g'day, didn't you, girl? Yeah, good girl. Okay. All right. I need to get myself organized here because I had to close windows and stuff like that. So it looks like you can hear me, you can see me. It's going well so far. Um, all right, awesome. So really good crowd here today. Thank you so much for turning up, everybody. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm still running around all different settings here as I get myself organized. So I do apologize. Hope you've all been well as I don't look into the camera as I'm trying to do stuff behind the scenes. Um, I'm still getting over this flu, believe it or not, which has just taken so long now. Um, all right, I'm just trying to turn. All right, I'm just trying to do my settings in the background here because I want to make sure the chat replay um, works. So I'm just going into the background here. So I do apologize for the very boring start, everybody. But yeah, I'm just really trying to make sure that the chat replay works and stuff like that, which it is looking good. Turning on these settings, clicking done, save. All right, now I need to bring you all back. Ah, there we go. Wow. Okay, let's do some welcomings. Welcomings? Yes, that's a word, I think. So, Anne's here. G'day, Anne. Thank you very much for being here. And Jesse and Lisa are here. Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa. Thank you so much for being here. Moonsprouts here. Oh, excuse me. Moonsprouts here, who used to be formerly Color Drop. Thank you, Broke Cowgirl, Broke Cowgirl Homestead. Thank you very much for being here. And yep, this is Girl. She's my companion chicken, I guess. She comes inside at night and stays in here with me and hangs out and everything. And yeah, she's good for my mental health and stuff like that. Aren't you, girl? Yeah, good girl. Trish is here. Good to see you, Trish. Thank you very much, Trish. I did see your message earlier on the other stream that didn't work. Ra is here. G'day, Ra. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. And Ra says hello, girl. Lisa's in the house. Lisa Kolovi's here. Thank you so much, Lisa. All right, we've got Brenda here from Redbird Farm. G'day, Brenda. It's good to see you, mate. Thank you for being here. Of course, Black's Tropical Homestead is here. They've been here from the start. Thank you so much. What was going to ask? I don't know. I've gone blank. And now I'll do my usual thing where I scroll the wrong way and try and catch up. Glenda's here from Grace and Fire. G'day, Glenda. So sorry. I'm so behind everybody. She is a lovely lady indeed. Aren't you, girl? Is my good girl? Yeah, she's awesome. We had Andale in the house. And happy home. Oh, Chelsea's here. G'day, Chelsea. It's good to see you. Um, happy home, everybody. That's Chelsea, who has the most adorable chickens and the most adorable, most awesome chicken setup and stuff like that. So if you love backyard chickens, I recommend checking out Happy Home with Chelsea. And also Grace and Fire, Glenda. Glenda has chickens as well, and Glenda's a real chicken mama. So yeah, you'll love that. Okay, so Glenda is saying at Grace and Fire that she has a hen that might have a injured leg and may have to go indoors. I know what that's all about. Um, for anyone that doesn't know, Girl initially became an indoor chicken, well, in this room anyway, because I got her with a really bad limp. It was really bad. And she ended up having to go to the vet and get x rays and medication and stuff like that. And now, about 5 months or so later, she's as good as gold and running around and jumping. And she's become a very accustomed to me. And as you can see, she loves perching here on the chair with me. And normally, oh, you know what? I don't have a nappy on her. So I actually have a mat on the floor behind me just in case, but I forgot to put a nappy on. So, nappy, sorry. Overseas people say diaper, chicken diaper, just so I don't get messes on my floor. But yeah, I might put her outside in a sec anyway. All right, so I was saying g'day. Joe was in the house. Thanks for being here, Joe. Joe Hupp, everybody, a fellow Aussie. Donna's here. Nana's Crazy Life. Donna J. Giggs is here. Griggs, sorry. Oh, my Englishing is going to be a problem today, I think. G'day, Donna. Apologies, everyone, if there's something happening in chat. I'm still going up the wrong way. Jace is in the house. G'day, Jace. Another fellow Aussie. And Jace has just started sharing photos of his garden, and he's got brand new chickens. So if you have not seen his channel yet, Jace Drifter, everybody. Aussie bloke, good guy. If you're into gaming, he's got some classic stuff on his channel from a few years ago when he used to game. And one of my favorite clips ever is he shoots the tail rotor out of a helicopter, and this helicopter's just flying around trying to keep control. But yeah, I guess if you're not into that sort of thing, yeah, don't worry about it. He's got his new chickens and stuff on his channel. Wicked Awesome Gardening. Danny's here. So good to see you, Danny. Danny is, if you haven't seen already, you need to go check out Danny's channel. Speaking of chickens, it's a very chicken-themed discussion at the moment, everybody. Danny has just set up her coop for her new chickens. So you want to head over there. Check out Danny at Wicked Awesome Gardening. As I'm scrolling back, I think I might have just about covered everybody. Scott, Rambling with the Brooms, a very good man. Good to see you, Scott. Thank you so much for being here, mate. And I think I've said hello to Anne 3 times, but you can never say g'day to Anne enough. So thanks, Anne. Oh, Christian's in the house. Christian, I'm so sorry, mate. I'm scrolling the wrong way and slowly catching up to everyone. Christian, a very good supporter of myself and other channels here on YouTube. And Christian and I talk a little bit off in private every now and then through Instagram. And he makes me very happy with his food photos. Helen's here. G'day, Helen. Helen is another fellow Aussie. Good to see you, Helen. And I'm sorry that it took so long to get to you. I think I might have caught up to everybody. I did. All right. I'm going back to chat now. Scrolling like crazy. All right. So I can see Hope Bus in the house. G'day, Vicky. I just went blank then. I totally do not know what I was going to say. Oh, the Englishing is just not happening today, everybody. I need to give live subtitles, don't I? Oh, you know what, Scott? You haven't paid me for that last compliment, but take that as a freebie, mate. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that on camera. Sorry. Oh, mate. Idaho Garden Girl is in the house. Everybody, you must check out her videos, her updates of her garden. In fact, let me do this. Let me move that one and move that one and click on that one and go to that one. Now I'm going to share screen. Excuse my sniffling. And here we go, everybody. Idaho Garden Girl. Idaho Garden Girl and Tiny Tim Posey, are both premium members on my channel with my channel membership. And I was going to actually mention Idaho Garden Girl anyway, but I want to give her a shout out. Now, it looks here like I haven't watched any of the videos, but what I'm doing is I'm using the Firefox browser to show people's channels, and I'm not logged into that one under this account. So obviously everything is going to be not having the red lines to say I've played the videos. But anyway, Idaho Garden Girl is well and truly getting going with her garden. And if you've not gone over and had a look, she's got some awesome updates. She's got the most beautiful garden beds, and she's got so many Whoa. Oh, Scott.
You are paid up now. Thank you for the kind remarks.
Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mute that, everybody. Oh, man, you just threw me out. Scott, you really didn't have to do that. But now that you have, oh, man, I've got some really big compliments coming your way. Oh, man, Scott, thank you so much, mate. That was totally unexpected. Excuse me. So, yes, Idaho Garden Girl. I'm a big fan of container gardening, and she's got so many containers in her yard with her other garden beds. It's sensational. So, yeah, please, Idaho Garden Girl, if you've not already, go check out her channel and check out her updates. And she's also been exercising and really trying to keep up with her weight. So she's actually inspired me to get on the treadmill in the last couple of weeks. So yeah, there we go, everyone. Idaho Garden Girl. And while I'm at it, Tiny Tim Posey, everybody. He's a great supporter of everybody. And Tim, if you see this, mate, we're still waiting for some more videos. Tim's phone actually broke just recently, so Tim is having some issues trying to communicate and stuff like that. So yeah, let's go back to stop sharing. And oh, that's me again. And let me just bring up my YouTube screen so I can actually see what's going on over where you can all see what's happening. If I click on that one there and bring up that. Okay. And then that way I can read YouTube chat on my other screen, which is better. All right. So sorry, I'm scrolling back again. I'm always scrolling the wrong way in my chat. Okay. All right. I'm trying to find the thing where I highlight messages. I'm so hopeless at this. Can I just say to Jody Young, as I scroll back, and hang on a minute. Here we go. Jody Young, can I just say that I saw your message in the chat before the stream started, and I said, "G'day to my favorite Jedi." Thank you very much. So, for anyone that doesn't know, I was actually saying g'day to Jody Young at one point, and because I don't English properly, I messed up her name, and I called her Yodi. So Jody Young is now officially a Jedi, everybody. So I don't. Oh, what happened there?
Grab yourself some more chocolate. Playful face.
Oh, Danny, thank you so much. Oh man, you didn't have to. Oh, thank you. Okay, so the reference to that grab yourself some more chocolate is I made a comment. Um, Danny from Wicked Awesome Gardening was not feeling well, and I made a really bad joke thing, sort of saying, "Hey, Danny, I believe if to make you feel better, if you were to give me chocolate and everything, that would make you feel better." And then weeks went by, and I had this Amazon box turn up, and it had Lindt chocolate inside. And Lindt is my favorite chocolate. And I didn't know what was going on. It had no return. It had no person's name on it, no message. I started to assume it was my wife because my wife and kids know that Lindt's chocolate is my favorite chocolate. And long story short, it turns out that Scott over at Rambling with the Brooms helped Danny out with getting in touch with me, and Danny sent me some Lindt chocolate via Amazon, which totally blew my mind. So that was fantastic, and I thoroughly right there. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So yeah, thank you, Danny, and that's where the chocolate reference comes from. Oh man, you guys are what?
They do come any better than Daz. He's all took up. That Jesse is so awesome.
Oh man. Oh wow. Thank you so much. Guys, you're killing me here today. Jesse and Lisa, oh man, you do so much for me already. You really don't need to be doing that. I mean, I appreciate it. It helps, believe me. It all helps. But oh man, Jesse and Lisa in particular, you are moderating my streams and so many other people's streams without fail. It's just you do so much, and you send people gifts. And I saw Blue earlier this week. The lovely Blue, everybody received a package. If you've not been over to Blue's channel yet, she got mail from Jesse and Lisa, and she got that awesome Mexican vanilla, and she got preserves in jars, and um, you're just awesome. But yes, I'm all chooked up. For anyone that doesn't know, chook is what we call chickens in Australia. You're a chook, aren't you? You're a good girl. Hey, you're a good girl. This is my good girl. Good girl. Oh wow, I'm so behind in chat now. So uh should I scroll back? I mean, I'm so far. I feel like Mike and Terry for MT Homestead. A lot of us here love going to Mike and Terry's live streams at MT Homestead, and because they have so many friends come into the live stream, they're so far behind in chat, and I'm always joking at them. Like I'll leave a message and say, "It was nice to see you guys, and I look forward to you reading this in 15 minutes." And it usually does take 15 minutes. Um, all right, now I did want to go back because I saw a friend. Um, oh, I've lost it. I've lost it. My friend from Indonesia is here, a longtime friend. Oh, Fairy Dragon's in the house. G'day, Fairy Dragon. It's so good to see you. Fairy Dragon's a fellow Aussie, just on the other side of the river from me, this way. Um, she is a buff Sussex, broke cowgirl. Buff Sussex, yeah. I've got a few different chickens here, and she's a buff Sussex. So I've got a few different Sussex chickens here. I've got platinum and speckled, and she's a buff Sussex. And I've got some. Oh, what is going on?
From one crazy chicken mom to a crazy dad.
Oh, thank you so much. Glenda, thank you. That's awesome. Um, oh man, and just so you know, these donations are pretty much going to the costs of she's got a in fact she's actually I'm not saying this please for donations, don't take that way. She's actually got another vet visit coming up, and she'll be on medication, and that's all helping so much. So thank you everybody, I do appreciate it. um oh man, that is just awesome timing, thank you. um I'm all over the place. The Candid Explorer, g'day Candid Explorer. So good to see you here. Excuse my sniffling. I'm getting over the flu. Um, okay, I just quickly need to go through chat because I feel like I'm missing people's messages, and you all take the time to comment and be here, and I feel really bad if I miss something. Um, Excuse the ums. Oh, I'm hopeless at that when I'm live. You should see the ones that I edit out of my videos. It's crazy. Not so bad lately, actually. I'm starting to learn. I did it again. So Trish Keen, she is pretty. She's a gorgeous girl, and she's got a great temperament. She's just. I'm so blessed to have her. Yep. Aren't I, girl? Eh? Yeah, good girl. Let me scroll up because I'm trying to find. Okay, I'm losing it, but I'm sure I've got a friend from Indonesia in the house. Nabhan Himli. If I hope, I feel terrible that I pronounce it the wrong way. Um, Terima kasih. Thank you so much for being here. She's been a friend of my channel for a long time, and I used to live in Malaysia when I was a teenager, and I learnt basic Bahasa Malaysian language, and it's very similar to Indonesian. So over time, I've had a few Indonesian people come to the channel, and I've been able to say the basic hellos and thanks, and yeah, yeah, I am able to have that basic communication in their own language, which is great. Um, Brenda, good luck with watering the garden, and I hope things are starting to cool down over there. Um, Excuse me. Wow, you're the first to pronounce my name correctly. Really, Trish? Is okay. Um, I'm surprised at that, Trish. Yeah, Trish Keen. I just got very conscious of actually saying it the right way. Then it was so funny. Man. Dragonfly Ozarks Homestead and Designs is in the house. Thank you very much for being here. I'm so behind here. Let's go back up again. Ums and ahs and everything. Get you all the time, Jace. I know the feeling. Um, Glenda Aggressive Fire is saying and instead of That's another one. It's I guess it also comes down to nerves as well. You start doing things that you're not conscious of and they just repeat. Um oh, Scott, 99 up there for you guys and 40 in our scale. Oh, Serge. Serge is here, mate. It's so good to see you. Everybody, just quickly, I just need to just highlight Surge. Thank you so much, Lisa, for dropping Surge's link. Guys, this young man is just so knowledgeable, and I just enjoy his gardening so much, and I don't get to his channel enough. And I've tried to promote it as much as I can in the past, and now that I've made so many friends, it's hard to keep up with everyone. So good to see you, Serge. I'm so good. No, I didn't mean to say I'm so good. It is so good to see you, Serge. I'm struggling with my English here, mate. I apologize. And thank you again, Lisa. I really appreciate that. Um, Genuinely, if you look at his videos, he just, when you watch a video and you can tell whether you get this connection where you think they must be such a nice person in real life. Serge exudes that. He's just an incredibly nice guy, and I would love for people to um, check out his channel. And he's got a second channel. He's really good with composting worms. Um, okay, here we go. I'm doing the ums again. Weeded my garden this evening because it wasn't blistering hot. Good stuff. Broke Cowgirl Homestead. So what is it now? I guess you guys in the USA and Canada, or I guess if I just say the Northern Hemisphere, you'd be about 3 weeks away from fall or autumn, as we say here. Um, Serge, it's great to see you, mate. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you being here, man. It's so good to see you. Um, Scott, uh, no, definitely. Serge, it's on the house, mate. Sorry, Serge. Scott's making a reference. I paid Scott a compliment earlier, and then made a joke about Scott owing me, and he actually dropped a donation for the compliment. But no, Serge, please don't. Um, yours are definitely complimentary, Serge. You absolutely deserve it, mate. Oh, see, now I'm getting myself into trouble because now it sounds like I'm saying that Scott doesn't deserve his. Where's the shovel? I'm just digging myself in here, everybody. So let's change the subject. Weather. Yeah, we're talking about weather. Um, so yes, hopefully things are cooling down for you guys in the northern hemisphere because yeah, it's been crazy seeing some of the temperatures that you've been having. So autumn begins Thursday, September 22. Okay, Scott. Okay, Jesse. See, for us, our our seasons start on the first day of the month. So for us, we have spring coming up in September, but our spring will be on the 1st of September. We don't have a specific different date. So for us, guaranteed winter, summer, spring, autumn, or fall, as people say, will always be on the 1st of the month for us in our particular month. G'day, Tina. Good to see you. Oh man, everyone, I don't know about you, but Tina torments me with food videos, particularly food shorts with the grill and stuff like that. Drives me nuts. And of course, I'll be watching those videos at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and that's just not the time to be raiding the fridge for hot food and stuff like that. But yeah, there you go. So thanks very much, Jesse, for the information. I only just recently learned that you guys actually have your I know about the seasons being opposite, but I didn't realize that the actual day where they start is different. So yeah, thanks for that. Now I hope I haven't missed any messages. I do apologize. Um, okay. Okay. Who's Danny? Are you very close in hours, Danny? Are we talking about this? Sorry, I'm trying to scroll. I missed the message. Sorry, I got the itchy eyes happening here. And of course, I haven't taken my Hay Fever tablets. That's got to be something that is good with me and my live streams. Um, all right, so um, Danny, I'm totally lost. Danny, are you really close to your hours? Oh, it's Rochelle. Okay, everybody, Rochelle at Brampton Gardener. I thought Rochelle got her hours. Everybody, Rochelle, we all know Rochelle. In fact, I was watching some of Rochelle's older videos last week to assist her, and I actually started from her first video because I met her a bit later on with her channel. How do you explain it? Channel life? Channel life? Is that a word? So I'd actually not watched Brampton Gardener's first videos that came out. So it was great to go back and watch her from the start and see the difference between where she was then and where she is now, which would be fun for a lot of us, I guess. Um, only 50 more hours for Brampton Gardner. That's unreal. Um, all right, so I quickly need to get back into the questions. Daz, when does your winter and summer begin? So my winter, okay, here we go. We've got spring starting on the 1st of this month coming up. So that's September. And then obviously we'll then go into summer. And as I said, so every 3 months we have our season start on the first day of that month. So yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, for instance, if today was the first day of summer for you in the northern hemisphere, we'd be in our winter. Let's just say we would have just started our winter in the southern hemisphere. Total opposite to you guys. Now, astrologically, spring starts on the 21st of September, but calendar wise, it's the first of the month. Fairy Dragon, thank you so much. I didn't actually know that. And So that would make sense that the Northern Hemisphere start on the 22nd because they're a day behind us. And they're clearly going by the astrological spring date as opposed to us. Thanks, Fairy Dragon. That's awesome. Oh, man. Thank you so much, everyone, for the information. Um, Mountain Grandma's here. G'day, Mountain Grandma. Thank you for being here. I did see a question back further, and I'm trying to go back to it from Helen, I think it was. Excuse my sniffling, everybody. Okay, Helen says, what do you have sprouting ready for spring? I have some tomatoes so far, but we'll get cracking on more this week. Inside or undercover only. So many plans, indeed. So Helen, I've got a grow light and heat mat going in the back corner of this room at the moment, actually, and I've got broccoli, collie, which is sprouting very well. I've got a tray of a pollinator mix of flowers for the pollinators, and that has just started sprouting like crazy. And then I've got some tomatoes, some chili peppers, um, some capsicums, sweet peppers, as people say overseas. What else have I got in there? I've gone blank as always, being live. But yes, I've just started. Pumpkins. I've got some Jarradale pumpkins in as well, and I think I've also got some sort of pea. I can't think what it is. I'm going blank. I have some kind of pea, and that actually is sprouting along with the broccoli and the collie at the moment. So yeah, Helen, well, everyone, I guess, yeah, with spring just 3 weeks away, I can't wait. I'm really looking forward to getting some more seeds into the ground and get a lot more planting happening. I've actually got some photos that I can show you guys in a second of some of the things happening at the moment. Oh, excuse me. Looking forward again, talking about spring. I'm just waiting for my orchard to pop. I love, in fact, now at the moment, one of my plums, a Santa Rosa plum, it's just started, the little buds are just starting to pop and go a little green. And yeah, it's going to be fun going out into the orchard in spring and seeing all the blooms and the green foliage come back and everything, because it looks so sad in winter when all the leaves disappear and it's bare. Okay, I'm just scrolling back into chat. Let's see if I've missed something. Helen has 2 sweet bite tomatoes and pumpkins still growing. You know what? I totally missed growing winter tomatoes, and I was only just talking to Jace Drifter via one of his videos recently, and Jace has, I think, Siberian tomatoes going at the moment. For anyone that doesn't know, Jace Drifter is in my state of Victoria. I'm actually at the north where it's warmer, and he's down south. And he's, yeah, actually got his tomatoes going at the moment. Almonds are flowering. Oh, fantastic. That's something I need to get going, Helen. I would love to get almonds growing here. I've got 2 macadamias. I've got one macadamia about so high that needs to be repotted. And I've got another macadamia that's about thigh high, which needs to go into the ground. And yeah, looking forward to eventually having macadamia nuts growing here because they're so expensive to buy in the shops. Nora's here. G'day, Nora, the Stock Explorer. I tried to get into your live chat again, Nora, and I didn't have permission. I don't know what's going on. It only seems to be you, Nora, where I don't have permission to go to your live streams. It's funny that. I know we've discussed it before, and it's only been you, Nora. Excuse my sniffling again, everybody. Okay, so do I have a greenhouse? I, because of mice, where I am here, we have a mice issue in country Australia. Fortunately, I'm not as bad as a lot of the poor farmers that just get it decimated. But I can't put um, beans and peas and stuff like that in soil outside because the mice dig them up. So I have a grow mat with a grow light in this room here, and I'll start most things now that way. And then I've got a little pop-up greenhouse that I have outside, and if I need to, I'll move things into the greenhouse. For instance, being winter here at the moment in Australia, I put some chili peppers and sweet peppers, more sensitive things into that little greenhouse just while it was chilly because I don't get snow, but I get a lot of frosts here, very harsh frosts, and we had frosts for about 3 weeks straight here. It was crazy just recently. Um, Broke cowgirls, fall tomatoes are about 4 inches tall. Very nice. That's great. Um, Sorry everyone for being so behind in chat. Again, I'm just trying to go back and make sure I catch everything. I think I've missed a little bit. I do apologize. Please feel free to repeat your questions or comments if I miss them. I try to read chat as much as I can on this other screen up here, but I still miss things. I'm so sorry. Tina's here. Oh, Krubby's here. G'day, Krubby. Good to see you as always. Um, I'm just scrolling just to make sure. I picked a shirt tail full of tomatoes this evening and a handful of cherry tomatoes. Oh, fantastic, Broke Cowgirl. That's that's something I love harvesting my fruit and vegetables, but I think tomatoes is one where I just love getting the tomatoes and I don't know, maybe it's the smell that they give. They have that very distinct smell when you get in amongst them and pick them. Love it. Um, all right, I'm still scrolling. Okay, Helen's saying, I planted hazelnuts this week. Oh, fantastic. Crazy. Don't think my climate had enough chill, but I'm giving them a go. Trying to get some plant protein and oils growing. We have olives, almonds, and I hope hazelnuts. Oh, Helen, that is awesome. Yeah, please, if you can, Helen, um, if you get time to do some videos, I'd love to get some updates and stuff like that on your garden. I really appreciate that. For anyone that doesn't know, if I haven't mentioned it, Helen is a fellow Aussie. Here I go with the Englishing thing. And Helen's just across the border from me over in South Australia. I do have that right, don't I, Helen? I'm pretty sure I do. I always. Oh, okay, I'm back. My camera cut out then. I don't want that to happen again. Yeah, I always start to second guess myself when I see if I start sort of giving facts about people on the stream. So, yep, there we go. Thanks, Helen. Yep, Helen's in South Australia, just next to us. So generally, what whether Helen gets blows across to me about 3 days later as a sort of a guide. Did I see Dawn turn up? I did. G'day, Dawn. Everybody, Dawn at Double D Chicks and Stuff Homestead. Dawn has a fantastic garden. I believe Dawn was having issues just recently, but if you've not gone to Dawn's channel over at Double D Chicks and Stuff Homestead, Dawn has some great videos of just the most beautiful, large. This is going back a bit, but cauliflowers and stuff like that. And um, there was one video I loved in particular where her grandson's just walking amongst everything, and you can barely see him. It's so cool. Okay, so Jace says that he loves the smell of tomatoes. Absolutely, they just have that very distinct smell. Um, yeah, thanks, Dawn. Much appreciated. Oh man. Um, what's wrong, girl? I might put you outside. Do you want to go outside, girl? Actually, here. I'm just going to give her a snack, everyone. Excuse me for a second. Just crunch it up. Oh, hang on. Put it on the back of my hand. There's a good girl. She's awesome. This girl makes me so happy, everybody. If you've read about companion pets for people with disabilities or mental illness and stuff like that, My eldest child actually has a companion parrot, rainbow lorikeet, and a companion cat, and I see the difference that they make. And yeah, this is just unreal. She just at night we sit down and I'll be catching up here, or I might be watching sport or something, and she either sits on my lap or she perches here for hours and hours, and yeah, we just I don't know, just hang out together. And all right, I'm going to put her outside, everyone. I will be back in a minute. Excuse me for a second. I'm just going to. Okay, she's now picking up my headphones. I'll be very quick. I apologies for the downtime on screen, everyone. Let me just. Uh, oh, happy times. Hang on. Here we go. Show. Oh, I'm back. All right. Headphones. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's actually still people in the stream after all that. Thank you. Thank you for sticking around, everybody. Oh, man. Let me adjust this. Okay, I need to go back into chat and quickly see what I've missed. She is, thank you, Serge. She is a lovely girl. She's a lovely bird. Um, okay, no, that was me. Sorry, broke cowgirl. I thought I'd turn off the camera in case I don't know what happened, but yeah, just in case. So okay, so Trisha's just getting back into gardening after many years. I'm trying to learn as much as possible and appreciate any advice anyone can give me. Excuse me, I was about to cough then. Just excuse me while I mute myself. Oh, I do apologize, everybody. Still getting over the flu. Um, yeah, well, Trish, by all means, I'm more than happy to answer any questions. If you reply to any of my videos and stuff like that with questions, I'm more than happy to try and answer anything. And yeah, on my live streams, by all means, please ask away if you have any questions, because there's some pretty knowledgeable people here with me as well in this chat, and there are people that will definitely have answers if I don't. Radio Jonesy is in the house. G'day, mate. Good to see you. And Brad has just turned up down under fella. G'day, mate. Good to see you. Cindy Brown. G'day, Cindy. So good to see you, Cindy. Oh, hang on a minute. Why haven't I done that? Okay. I thought Cindy was wrenched. I've just wrenched you, Cindy. Now, no obligations. I wanted to have you wrenched and moderating. Have you wrenched? Having you wrenched doesn't sound that good, does it? It sounds a bit sort of, I don't know, like something from a movie. Gonna wrench somebody. I don't know. And also Lynette is here. G'day, Lynette. Lynette, it's so good to see you. It's been good to see you in the last few weeks. I haven't seen you in a while, and it's always awesome to see your name and the little green. I always associate Lynette at Coffee Angel Crafts with the little green circle with the white C in the middle. So it's great to see you. There you go. A video game called Wrenched. There you go. Okay. Helen. G'day, Barb. Thank you very much for being here, Barb. Welcome in. And Joe. Joe's here. Good to see you, mate. Everybody, Joe Serrano, very, very good friend, very good man from down in Mexico. Um, Absolute pleasure to have you here, Joe. Thank you so much for being here, mate. Um, okay, let me just go back and see if I've missed anything. Um, yeah, absolutely, Trish. We are so fortunate to have this community that we have, and I, how do I say it? I was going to say I was unaware of the community. I was Yes, Jesse from a mafia movie. That's what I was trying to think of before when I was trying to say movie, and I could not think of the genre or the theme. Um, but yeah, just quickly about the community. I've always watched gardening videos and gaming videos and stuff like that. And I've said before that Wicked Awesome Gardening and a couple of other people, I used to actually watch Danny at Wicked Awesome Gardening. I would watch Danny previously before I had my own channel. And it's so funny now to be part of a community that I've discovered where everyone is so supportive and friendly. And then for me in particular, to have Danny, for instance, as I would call a friend and someone that I can talk to. And it's just funny that back in the day when I just watched random videos and I didn't feel connected to anybody, now it's like in Danny's case of Wicked Awesome Gardening, it's like I'm so familiar with her now. And yeah, um, we've all said it and we all mean it, and it's true. We do have an awesome community, and it's fantastic. It For me, it changed my life. Yeah, I won't go on about it. You all know, you've all pretty much know my history with mental health and stuff like that. And yeah, it was a real game changer for me to actually start connecting to people this way, because I don't talk to people in real life. So yeah, um, enough of my rambling. Let's see. I'm going to chat the wrong way as always, everyone. Um, just scrolling. Oh man, a cruise, a Mexican cruise. How good would that be? Oh, that must have been fantastic. Um, looking. I think I'm good. Actually, Brenda only just went on a cruise. What, maybe 3 months ago? Brenda at Redbird Farm. So yeah, there's Oh, Humden Gardens here. G'day, welcome. So much to see you. Thanks for being here. Humden Garden is from overseas, and just as the name suggests, there's just some beautiful gardening happening over there. Sorry, I'm sure I saw a question. I'm trying to find it. Um, I'm trying to find. Um, yes, Hamdan Garden is from Pakistan. Sorry, I should have explained that. Um, Sorry, I'm trying to find. I've lost the question. Um, no, I've lost it. Sorry, everybody. Again, for people that don't know, I'm always looking up because I'm looking at chat on another monitor. So I was trying to find it, and you think I could find it? Um, Jody Young, I'd love to go on a cruise. Ain't that the truth, Jody? Um, Cruises, the industry shut down in Australia because of the thing that's been getting around. It got really bad with lots of people getting sick and then coming ashore and passing it on. So um, cruises have only just started recently again in Australia. And unfortunately, within a couple of weeks, there's been a couple of bad ones with lots of sick people. But you know what? It's one of those bucket list things for me. There's so many places I'd love to cruise, from the Caribbean to Alaska, and oh, you name it. Even some of those European river cruises in Europe, where they have those flat topped boats that go down the rivers and canals. Yes, please. It'd be fantastic. Um, all right, I just need to scroll back. I did see, yes, I saw that Brenda went to New Orleans. Oh, fantastic. I've not been to New Orleans. I would love to, though. I would absolutely love that one day. I'm trying to scroll back. Oh man, I can't find it. Yep. So Hamdan Garden, everybody, is in Pakistan, and has a very good knowledge of gardens and stuff like that. And you won't be disappointed at checking out their garden. Indeed. City Brown would love to go on a cruise, but too many of them required going on a plane first. Oh no, Cindy, you're not a plane person. Um, oh, Bunky's Garden's here. G'day, Bunky's Garden. G'day, Bunky. Can't stay long, but want to say hi. Thank you so much. KK said I had a chicken on my chair. Yes, I'm sorry. I've just put her outside. That's Girl, my indoor chicken, my companion chicken. Yeah, she was just here over my shoulder. That's where she normally sits at night, and she'll watch me when I'm here editing videos, or maybe watching some of your videos, or possibly if I'm watching sport on TV. This right here, this spot on the chair is her favorite spot, just to sit and yeah, hang out with me, which is cool. She used to sit on my lap, but she'd get in the way when I was trying to type, so it's a lot easier with her just here. So yeah, I'm sorry you just missed her. She's only just gone outside, so she hasn't laid today. So in fact, she's in her little laying. I have a dog cage outside with a blanket and hay and everything, in my entertaining area. And yeah, she's actually in there now. So there will be an egg soon, I would say. Um, she needs a vest. That's cool. Um, oh, Dragonflies Ozarks. You got seasick? I get seasick. We went whale watching years ago, and all I can remember is being below deck and not feeling very well at all. It was a very long trip, that one. Um, but you know what? Surely with a cruise ship, unless it's extremely bad weather, the cruise ship would be a lot smoother. And I believe eating ginger and stuff like that is supposed to help as well. Um, oh, excuse my phone. Let me just go backwards. As always, scrolling the wrong way to try and catch up on chat. Um, like to go on a cruise. Yeah, about the plane. Um, I'm sure there was a question. You'd love to go to Ireland one day. Oh, absolutely. Yep. My wife and I have always said that when the kids leave the house, our our overseas trip that we want to do is the United Kingdom. So we'd love to do England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, just us as a couple. And yeah, one day we'll see what happens. I'm still scrolling back the wrong way. I'm sorry, everybody. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. Okay, so Joe was talking about snorkeling and scuba diving. Um, okay, Cindy Brown says, I run after people in public. My daughter and I are a miserable combo out of the house. Uh, we've had people call us mousy. Oh, that's not nice, Cindy. Well, you know what, Cindy, you're awesome. It's an absolute pleasure to have met you. And I tell you what, Cindy, when I see you in other people's chats and stuff like that, you've obviously got a lot of friends in this community, because, yeah, you're well and truly a part of it, and a good part of it, Cindy. And yeah, it's such a pleasure to have you here on my live streams too. I do appreciate it. Okay, how is your row of berries and your potted fruit going? Did the pots help keep your dog out? I watched a video of yours. Yes, in fact, you know what? I might bring out some photos. I was going to show you what's been going on in the last couple of weeks, but long story short, I've been I'm very overdue. I'm cutting back my raspberries. I've got three raised garden beds of raspberries, and they should have been cut back. I do it in the middle of winter, and I'm now in the last 3 weeks of winter. So I've actually just cut one back. So I'm starting to get that under control. And yep, my row of blackberries that are propagated, they're doing okay. They're dormant at the moment, being winter. So I'm really looking forward to spring and summer and seeing how they're going to actually shoot up, hopefully. Being the first year being propagated, I'm not expecting masses of growth and berries and stuff like that. But they are propagated from 1 year canes. So it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen there. Oh, Neil's here. Neil, I'm so sorry, mate, if you're still here. I'm just scrolling back and I've just seen cool climate tropical fruits, which is Neil, a fellow Aussie. I'm so sorry, mate. I'm so behind in chat. Oh, please forgive me. Excuse me. Neil sent me a package only just over a week ago that had pineberry and strasberry runners, which are a form of strawberry, and they actually need to be planted in with strawberries because they're not fertile and they need the normal strawberries to actually help them um, reproduce. So, and he also sent me some seeds as well. Some tomatoes from some European families, and some chilies and some mammoth sunflowers. So, yep, it's with spring coming up. I can't wait. All right, I'm now going back the other way. I'm so sorry if something's happening in chat and I'm behind. All right, actually, right now, what I will do is I would like to, if you all don't mind, if I go to that and click on that and click on this, it's getting a bit full here. Can I just please acknowledge all the members of my channel here? I'd just like to thank you all so much. And please, everyone, if you haven't checked out these people's channels, I would love you to please have a look at their channels and get to know them and throw them some support and hopefully get to know them better, because all of these people all around me here have taken the time and I guess committed financially to join my channel and be a paid member and support me and girl, in fact, with her vet bills, for instance. And the membership money helps, for instance, with the vet and the fees and the medication at the moment. So thank you so much for all of my members. And as you can see here, Tiny Tim Posey and Idaho Garden Girl are super supporters. So they've actually chosen to be members to a higher price tier of my membership. And look, just thank you so much to everyone for all of your support. And I mean everyone. Just because you're not a member doesn't mean I do not appreciate you, because I wouldn't be here doing what I'm doing without everyone's encouragement and helping me with my confidence and stuff like that. So thank you to everybody. And obviously, thank you to all of these people around me here who've committed to joining the channel and supporting me. And I've actually dropped a link I believe I've pinned a link. Oh, no, I didn't. It was in the stream that failed earlier. But yeah, if you'd like to join my channel, there is a join button on my videos and the live stream. I get confused. I think maybe on iPhones it doesn't show up or something. But look, thank you so much to all of my channel members. I appreciate it, and Girl appreciates it. And in fact, we had an issue having to pay the internet bill just recently, and you actually helped out with that too. So thank you so much, everyone. I do appreciate it. Okay, now I want to say, Tim, mate, Tim's here. Tim, it's good to see you, mate. Thank you so much for being here. And Tim, I was just saying earlier, as I let me go. Oh, I've lost it. Tim, I had your page up and I can't find it now. But I was explaining, Tim, here we go. If I share the screen and click on this one here. There we go. I was just explaining, Tim, earlier that unfortunately your phone broke and stuff like that, and you've had some issues with your phone. But we would love to see some more videos up, mate. Tim's a great supporter of so many channels in our community, and yeah, no pressure. Sorry, Tim, I didn't mean to put the pressure on you. Put pressure on you, Tim, but yeah, if you do get to record a little bit of stuff of your travels and stuff like that, we'd love to see it, Tim. So all in good time though. And again, just thank you so much to Tim for being a great supporter of me in particular. And thank you, Tim, for being a supporter of so many other people in our community. We all appreciate you, mate. Now, I'm just looking around everyone because I've actually lost you and I can't find you. Oh no. Where did you go? Where are you? Oh, here we go. There we go. Just so I can see chat on the other screen. All right. So I think what I might actually do now is if I bring up. Actually, let me just check chat and make sure I've not missed anything. Oh, and thank you so much, everyone, for the hitting the thumbs up and stuff like that. In fact, I haven't done this for a while. Let's have a bit of fun. How about I go and how about I do this? Let's play this video. It mutes me, so let's do this. So there we go. There's my little thumbs up, and as always. There we go. I don't know why I play that because I'm pretty sure every single person is actually subscribed anyway. So thank you so much, everyone in chat. All right, now I think I might have caught up on all the questions and stuff. Oh, thank you, Dawn. Thank you very much. You've come so far in your YouTube adventure. You know what? Not to sound funny, but I have, and um, I never imagined. People say that, but it's true. I never imagined to one day reach 100 subscribers. That was that's probably my best. That's probably one of my best memories of being on YouTube was reaching 100 because it's just something I never expected. That was crazy. And I've said before, I was going out to my kids and or my kids would come in to me and say, "Dad, you've got 15. It says 15. Dad, you're up to 18. Dad, you've hit 20." And that was crazy. I was, wow, is this really happening? And yeah, to move on to where I am now is just incredible. And again, that's because of all of you. And I just can't thank you enough because these things don't happen without all those friends out there. And yeah, so yeah, Dawn, thank you so much, and thank you everyone for helping me to be where I am now. It's incredible. It really is. Excuse my sniffling. I think I've caught up. Okay, so hang on, I've missed something. I'm just trying to find it. It is Jace. It's amazing how it all works. Oh, sorry everybody. If I've missed a question or a comment again, please by all means, pl- please repeat it in chat and I'll try and get back to it. And it's that magnificent beard I have. Oh, please. What this one here? I only grew it last night. I did it just for the live stream, believe it or not. It's the Gandalf thing. Actually, yeah, it's all about wisdom. I'm always telling people my beard is grey because grey means wisdom. So Yeah, because I've got the hat on, but I'm you can't see my hair properly, but it's black up here. Um, well, it's got a few. Oh, now I've just completely. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, it's black with streaks of grey. But yeah, it's the wisdom's here. That's what it is. Okay, now I need. I'm just losing everything here. All right. I need a. Do I use a beard oil or anything like that? Jace, I actually. Oh, Jake's here. G'day, Jake. Nunya, Texas back. Nunya, Texas on the back 20. Yes, I did have to read that so I get it right, Jake. I'm sorry, mate. My Englishing is really bad when I go live. Um, Jake's here, everybody. Jake has an incredible home and videos of just doing things your way and being prepared and stuff like that. And it's good to see you, Jake. Yes, so um, what was I talking about? Beard oils and stuff. I don't use beard oils and stuff. I tried a couple of beard oils and things, Jace, and I was getting a really bad rash and burning and stuff on my skin. So I just stopped altogether. But apparently, people that do competitions and I don't know want to care for their beards, they do use different oils and stuff. But I've had a couple of bad experiences with burning and stuff, so I just don't bother. I just try to make sure it's clean, and when I go live, make sure that last night's dinner isn't sitting in here somewhere. But that's about it. Um, Spruny's Farms here. G'day, it's good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Um, okay, Neil's leaving. I've got to leave you. Heaps of work to do outside. Now it's not raining. Catch you later. Neil, thanks for being here, mate. And thank you again, everybody. Neil from Cool Climate Tropical Fruits, fellow Aussie. Really awesome content on his channel. If you wouldn't mind checking him out at some point, and he's a very generous man. He's sent me some wonderful items, and I know for a fact that he's actually sent a couple of other Aussies packages at his own cost with strawberry runners and seeds and stuff like that. So, Neil, thanks, mate, and I'll be in touch soon. Okay, looking so. Um, Thanks, Jace. Not many people know this, but um, we had a little girl that passed away when she was born, and I started growing the beard at that time to basically remember her. Um, and it's now been a good 20 years. So yeah, it won't come off. It's going to stay, and it's just something that I do personally for my own personal reason. Yeah, so I don't do competitions or anything like that. It's my beard, and it has a personal meaning to me. And yeah, so I've just told some of you why now. So there you go. Oh, the Green Acre, mate, so long. Oh, it's been ages. Oh, mate, thank you so much. Um, I just saw you started on Instagram the other day too. So oh, mate, it's so good to see you. I did not expect to see your name pop up just then. That just threw me. Sorry. Yeah, Jake, I could understand about the heat with the beard. Yeah, definitely here when in our Aussie summers, it gets over the hundreds here on a regular basis, and yeah, it can be a bit of a struggle. That's true. All right, so excusing my sniffling, I'm just going to do a bit. Whoops, wrong. Hang on, wait. Here we go. No, wrong one. Sorry, I'm trying to bring up. I'm trying to share a screen, everyone, and I'm clicking on all the wrong things here. Let's do that. And let's go share screen. And let's go to that. Okay. Oh, excuse me as I cough again, everybody. Excuse um, my lingering flu, cough, and everything. All right, so I've just lost chat. Let me bring up chat. All right, excuse me while I drink. Okay. So now to make everybody hungry. So, um, just a bit of an update on what I've been up to in the last couple of weeks, and oh my gosh, excuse my sniffling, everybody. This was actually last night's dinner. Now for the channel members, you'll get to see a video of this being made as an exclusive member video in the next week or so. Um, but this is what my wife calls French dip. So basically, what you do is you get beef and you cook beef in a slow cooker in a liquid, which is a beef stock and onions and garlic and red wine, some pepper. There's probably something I'm forgetting there, but that's the basics. And you cook the beef all day in the slow cooker until it falls apart. And then you carefully take it out and put it into a dish. And then this is Vienna loaf. You get fresh bread and you basically get um, bread and you'll make sandwiches. Now, these ones are the beef, and then you strain out the residue in the liquid, which will be the onions and stuff like that. And you've got the option to spread that onto your bread. And then I put French mustard as well. And we'll put cheese. And then what you do is you toast those sandwiches and then you heat up the liquid and then you dip the sandwiches into that cooking liquid as you eat them. And it is absolutely divine. It is so good. Um, there you go, Jake. I was thinking stuffed donut of coffee. There you go. You can just imagine donuts and coffee there and dunking the donuts. Um, so yeah, that's something that we do here every now and then. And yeah, for all the members of the channel, you'll be seeing a video of this being made in maybe the next week or so. Um, so yeah, unfortunately, I've said to a few people in their videos, wouldn't it be good to be able to reach into the screen and just reach in and grab it and actually try it for yourself and eat it? That'd be so cool. Or Swiss cheese. Excuse me. Swiss cheese would be so good. Um, beef, you rich. Yeah, I know, right? Unfortunately, the price of meat is not the best. So this is definitely a treat for us. And yeah, we probably do this, I don't know, maybe once every second month. Because yeah, that's one thing in this house. We have 6 kids, plus our eldest has a live-in partner. There's 9 of us to feed, and we certainly stretch our meals and um, bulk up our meals with rice and potatoes and veggies and stuff like that. Do you have any leftovers? Yeah, unfortunately, this is one I wish we had leftovers. This is one meal where you pretty much know there's not going to be any leftovers. It's so popular. Just scrolling through chat. Um, there we go. G'day, Yodi. um, oh, I like your thinking, Jake. I absolutely, you know what, Jake? I'm going to be having bacon on mine next time, and I will dedicate that to you, mate. That's Thanks for that, Jake. I don't know why I've not done that earlier. That's awesome. Um, yeah, well, you know what? You could a veggie version. You could. There's no reason why you could not oh gee, off the top of my head, there's no reason why you couldn't cook I don't know, maybe some root vegetables in a liquid, and then I'm thinking on the fly here, but yeah, maybe then have like a vegetable sandwich of some kind and dip that in with the veggies. Yeah, I'm really thinking on the fly here, but it's definitely possible. Tofu, you could have tofu. Maybe mushrooms, nice, meaty mushrooms or tofu in a sandwich and dip it in something, for instance. Man, I'm getting really hungry talking about this, guys. Ah, far out. Um, oh, Raquel's here. G'day, Raquel. Thanks for dropping in, Raquel. Good to see you. Um, I'm just scrolling through chat trying to catch up, everybody. Everyone's saying g'day. Um, wow, beef's so cheap over there right now. Wow, that's not something I expected to see. Yeah, unfortunately, with a lot of things, meat prices in Australia have gone through the roof, which annoys me because we have some pretty large farms and cattle stations. Like in America, people say ranches. We have what we call cattle stations here, which are pretty much big ranches. And for instance, Australia, we have so many sheep, and lamb lamb is very commonly eaten here like beef and chicken, and unfortunately the prices are just through the roof, and it's so annoying because there are so many animals here in this country, and the farmers get their small cut and the big companies and supermarkets take their cuts. And but look, there are factors that come in to look, feed and drought and stuff like that, and obviously the situation going on in the world. So that's obviously going to impact prices, but it does get annoying though that to think of so many animals we have in this country and the prices are just through the roof. It's crazy. All right, still scrolling. Uh, Eggplant. There you go, Helen. Eggplant is a good one for the veggie version. I like that. Still scrolling. Um, oh, no worries. Oh, that was so good to see you, mate. I'm so glad you dropped in. Much appreciated, and it's good to see you getting out there again. We've all missed you, that's for sure. We've definitely had conversations between ourselves, wondering how you're going and hoping to see you get back soon and stuff like that. Um, Fried mushroom. Oh man, I need to move on from this picture because I'm getting hungry. I'm just trying to get back to Portobello's. There you go. Trying to get back into the chat. Okay, scrolling very fast. Apologies if I've missed some of your messages. All right, so I'm going to move across. So for anybody, oh, hang on, how do I do this? No, let's go back. No, let's go back to that one. For anybody that's been following along, oh, there we go. For anyone who's been following along, this is my failed fort cubby house that I made with one of my kids. And unfortunately, being winter here, I did not think about how having a tarp over the top of the trampoline would catch rain when it rained. And this is an update photo on how much further it's getting. Like it's almost down to the trampoline now. So there you go. For anybody that's building cubby houses with their children, um, yes, please think about the rain when you go putting tarps as a roof because, yeah, it does not end well. Oh man. All right, I'm just scrolling through chat just to try and catch up. Um, don't know what it is, but I'll try it. Sorry, I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. Oh wow, I've accidentally scrolled. Whoops, I've accidentally scrolled the wrong way. I'm so far behind. I apologize. Getting back. Oh man. Again, apologies for the sniffles, everyone. I really can't wait for this flu to be completely gone. Blue's in the house. G'day, Blue. Still scrolling. I was just talking about you earlier, Blue, and I promise it was all good things. Yep, everything's going up here. Yes, in fact, eggs were going up in price and were in short demand, Jace, because purely a lot of the chicken, the hatcheries, whatever you want to call it, got really hit hard by winter of all things, and the chickens were laying a lot less this winter. And so that's why here in Australia, we're actually having a lot less eggs in store. Was quite simply the chickens were not laying as much over the really cold winter that we've just had. Excuse my sniffling, everybody. Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to catch up to chat. I'm so behind. All right. Oh, Eves is here. G'day, Eves. Good to see you. I hope I haven't missed you. I'm trying to scroll through chat and I'm slowly catching up. Thank you so much for being here. And can I just, again, moderators, thank you so much to the moderators for dropping everybody's links. You've just been at it non-stop, and please have a rest if you don't mind. I do appreciate it, and I'm always forgetting to thank you and ask you to stop and relax. And by all means, if somebody new turns up, thank you so much for sharing, but please have a rest, and thank you so much, guys. I'm still scrolling through chat, everyone. I apologize. Yeah, so rain catchment. That's yeah. Yes, Helen, exactly. I do not know what I was thinking when I built this thing, and yeah, it's just become a bit of a laugh now. So yeah, it needs to come down. Oh, Charles is here. G'day, Charles. I'm so sorry, mate, for being slow in the chat. I'm really behind here, as always. Let's move on. So, oh, look, I was trying to catch this rainbow. As always, when you go take a photo, it's either too late or whatever. And unfortunately, this thing was so bright and so thick. By the time I ran inside and grabbed my phone, and unfortunately, it didn't come out as well as I wanted. But it was incredible. It was one of the brightest, thickest rainbows I've ever seen. And yeah, unfortunately, I didn't catch it as well as I wanted to. Um, you can see it disappearing here now, but yeah, it was just. Um, Sorry, I'm clicking on something here that I shouldn't have clicked on, but yeah, this doesn't do this justice. You can just imagine it just going right across the sky and so wide and so bright and colorful. It was just absolutely beautiful. But what I was getting to was, I see that was again trying to catch the rainbow, and it faded away. But how good is it to be out in your garden and eating fresh fruit and veggies just straight from the garden? I mean, you can see how dirty my hands are here from gardening, but oh man, there's just nothing like, for instance, this mandarin. Um, I just can't remember. I can't forget that memory of breaking open the mandarin and the smell and eating it while in the garden. It's just such a good feeling. Okay, I'm just going to quickly scroll through chat just so I can try and catch up a bit. Here we go. Chicken growers not using power to extend lights. That's actually a good point too. Yeah, there you go. Just getting back onto the chickens and stuff like that. Here with the costs. Oh, I'm so far behind. G'day to MB Heritage Farms. Thank you very much for being here. As you can see, I'm falling behind in my chat. I do apologize. And if you're still here, thanks. So good to see you. And yeah, thanks for dropping by. Um, oh man. Um, tell me about it, Jesse. As is so true. Um, okay, I'm scrolling. I'm trying to catch up on chat, everyone. I'm so sorry. I think I might have just about caught up with everybody. Um, I don't think I've missed anyone coming in. If I have, I apologize, everybody. And thank you for everybody for your patience, sticking around, waiting while I'm trying to catch up and chat. I'm sure it's not the most exciting thing seeing my dirty hand holding a mandarin on the screen. Um, oh no, Helen. I have a bucket of water glassed eggs, which had a broken one, so I can't risk eating them. I'll put them under the new tomato plant, suppose. Yeah, absolutely. The tomatoes are going to love that capsicum. The tomatoes are going to love that capsicum. Calcium. The tomatoes are going to love that calcium, and obviously, that calcium is going to hopefully keep away that was it blossom end rot, which I rarely see, thankfully, and no one wants to see when growing tomatoes. So yeah, great to see everyone saying g'day. Okay, I finally caught up. Um, excuse my sniffling again, everybody. Anyone that doesn't know, I'm getting over the flu. A little bit of dirt is good for you. Um, this is something, you know what? It's like these days people are becoming a bit too precious. And I don't know, a lot of us, I'm sure, as kids, we used to eat handfuls of dirt and who knows what else in the garden growing up. And now, I don't know, it's just you you see so many times about, people having to sanitize for this and that and everything, and it's just sometimes I just want to throw my hands up and say, you know what, just I just can't be bothered anymore. I'm going to eat something with a great big lump of dirt, and yeah, so what? Anyway, enough of that. So yeah, anyway, so um, for anyone that hadn't seen, I was down and out with the illness that's been going around the world. And while I was in bed for about a week and a half, I wasn't going out and attending to the garden. And I just made this garden bed, prepping it for spring. And the very final thing I had to do was fence it off with chicken wire to stop the free ranging chickens. But because I got the illness, I was bedridden and it wiped me out. So the chickens had free range, literally free to do what they wanted in the garden, and we had rain for that period as well. So I'd laid down cardboard and I'd put in fresh plantings and stuff like that. And unfortunately, the combination of the rain wetting the cardboard, and the chickens, it was easier for them to dig it up. And yeah, a chicknado, Jace. And the girls just destroyed it. It was I had to laugh. I mean, whatever. But yeah, well, there you go. Dirt is where the minerals are, and the plants pulls them up. Um, so yeah, it can't be a bad thing, can it? Um, and yeah, there you go, Helen. Who needs a shredder when you've got chickens, right? So oh, there you go. How about that? But yeah, I have to admit, that was fantastic. Just ripping a mandarin apart and eating it fresh, and love it. But yeah. So this is what they'd done. So I finally got around to fixing it up this week. So I think this might be my most recent video actually, where I've cleaned it up and I've thrown down some weed matting. Now this is UV resistant. This stuff, so um, a lot of times, Rich from Old Sweets Farm actually made a comment on the video about how you've got to be aware that it's UV resistant, because a lot of people will buy weed mat and throw wood chips and stone over it. So you don't really have to worry about the UV rating for it. But because this is going to be exposed to the sun, it was really important that I got one with a UV rating. So now I'm going to be able to mow over the edges, and it's going to keep the grass out. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fill this up with grow bags, and this will be a grow bag garden. And with that weed matting down there, it's going to stop the grass and weeds from growing. Like, for instance, in the foreground, you can see these two pots. They're an upcoming video, what exactly I'm going to do with these pots or grow bags. And you can see that I'm going to be able to mow around the base of them and stop the grass and the weeds. But for anyone that doesn't know, on the left-hand side of the screen is blackberries that I've propagated. And I'm going to have blackberries grow about 4 foot up and have a row of blackberries. And then on the right-hand side, I've got a couple of seedless red grapes. So I plan to have grapes growing up over the arch, and I'll cut those off at about halfway at the top of the arch so the sun can come in and the plants and grow bags will be exposed to the sun when the grapes are covered in leaves. And then, yeah, it should be a good little garden there. This section of the garden, anyway, for a lot of grow bags, fresh blackberries, fresh grapes, and yeah, all the other things I have going on in here. And as you can see, chicken wire. I'll be putting chicken wire on tops of all the grow bags to stop the dog and the free-ranging chickens from getting in and tearing things up. All right, just getting back to chat for a second. Electricity Homestead. Farmstead. G'day to Jan and Wiley. Thank you so much for being here. Fantastic to see you. And it's so good that I don't have to see you guys at 2 o'clock in the morning for a change. As much as I do enjoy seeing you guys at 2 o'clock in the morning, it is nice to see you in daylight hours here. So g'day to Jan and Wiley. And also believe Auslander is in the house. G'day, mate. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. I hope you're doing well. And yeah, I hope you're looking forward to spring like I am, mate. It's going to be good to get stuff growing, and yeah, hopefully we should have a good summer too. I think it's going to be a hot one, but we can live with that. And also, I think I saw Skinner Farms. I did. G'day, mate. Welcome. And yeah, thanks for dropping by. Good to see you too. Excuse me as I cough again. Definitely going to be happy about this flu disappearing. Okay, so I think I might have caught up on everybody. Okay, Joe, chayotes. No, they're also called alligator pears or air potatoes. I'm personally not aware of them, but some of the other Aussies that grow more exotic stuff might do. But it's definitely not something that I've seen or I've grown here, Joe. Yeah, that's really cool. It's type of perennial squash. I'm gonna look it up. Thanks, mate. That's really cool. And also, there we go. We've planted 5 fruit trees this spring. We came out the other day. Our goats go, oh no, no, oh no, I'm so sorry, guys. Oh man. Oh, I'm so sorry. Ah, goats. Oh, everybody. Oh, Adventures of Zoom and Betty. Guys, Adventures of Zoom and Betty are fellow Aussies, and they've just recently bought a property actually in this state that I'm in Victoria. And I won't say where it is, but the region where they are is absolutely beautiful. And excuse me, I was about to sneeze. My wife and I were actually making plans to when we built and made our final move to actually move to the same sort of region. But we end up changing our mind. And but yeah, Adventures of Zoom and Betty. Um, on their channel, they've got a bunch of videos where they'll go and travel, and they've been to a lot of places, and they do a really great job of showing you where they go and talking about it. But they're at a stage of their life right now where they've got this home that they've bought together, and they've obviously got to do the gardens, and they've inherited fruit trees and grapes and stuff like that. And yeah, they're the most awesome couple. I can't recommend them enough, and it's so good to see you pop up into the live stream today. Um, oh, that's awesome. Okay, um, we've just planted out berries in some pots while we build a proper location for them to grow. We're looking forward to spring too. Absolutely, I bet you are. That place of yours is going to pop, guys. Oh man, I'm looking forward to seeing how things are going to go over there at your place, because I can only imagine how spring's going to be here for me, and seeing what you've got over there. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Thanks for dropping in. I'm so happy to see you guys. Scrolling through chat, trying to catch up. Yeah, so I'm so far behind, but altruistic farmstead, Jen and Wiley. I really hope your fruit tree. I need to English properly. I really hope your fruit trees can recover, Jen and Wiley, if possible. Um, One thing you can do with fruit trees if they're young, is that a lot of people, if you want to, say backyard gardeners, for instance, if you bring a fruit tree home from the nursery, as painful as it is, you'll have a fruit tree that's maybe, say, I don't know, chest or chin high. What you can actually do is you can cut the fruit tree off at knee high. I know that sounds terrible and it looks terrible and it's harsh, but what you do in that method is if you cut off a young fruit tree knee high, what's going to happen is it's obviously going to stop it from growing up higher from that central trunk, and it's going to force it to shoot out from that below that cutting. So then what will happen is for backyard gardeners, you can actually have a fruit tree that's not going to be, as it matures, it's not going to be, you know, 10 foot tall like a full grown tree. It will actually grow, but where those branches come out are now going to be coming from a lower point on that tree. But there's lots of information on the internet that you can look up, and you can look up, as I've said before, backyard orchard culture. Um, you can look up, oh gee, I've gone blank. Oh, Dave Wilson Nurseries in California, I think it is. Dave Wilson Nurseries has some very old but very relevant videos on growing fruit trees in the same holes close together and cutting them off so they grow not as tall. Sorry if I'm rambling, but yeah, hopefully someone might learn from that or maybe find it to be an advantage. And yeah, Jen and Wiley, I don't know if it's something that you could maybe look at with your fruit trees. Um, okay, I apologize, everyone. I'm so behind in chat. Um, oh, there we go. Jesse has brought up some info for us. Oh, so it's a choco. Okay. Um, yep. Sorry, Joe. I know what chocos are, or chocos, as some people say. I've cooked with them as a chef years ago, but I don't grow chocos, or I haven't actually seen any in recent times. But I actually used to cook with them a long time ago in my cooking career. Thanks, Jesse, so much again. I just can't thank you enough, Jesse, for the additional links that you give us on information on things. Fantastic. Thank you so much for that. Um, just scrolling back through chat. Let me change the picture for everybody. Um, this is one of my mulberries. I winter pruned it, and it actually needs a bit more pruning but I've taken a lot of the stuff out of the inside. With fruit trees, if you don't know, you want to try and get um, your branches away from the inside of your fruit trees, like a vase, for instance, with nothing inside it. That way, the sun can get in, and more importantly, or as important, I guess, you get airflow in amongst the branches and the leaves, and you don't have issues there. So, yeah, I finally got around to pruning the mulberries, and just I just want to show this in case anybody asked a question. With pruning, try to cut your cut on an angle, so that way water and moisture will hopefully slide off the cut. And also, in this case, what you would do was you look for where the buds are, and you want to go for a bud that points outwards from the tree. So now that I've cut it off, it's not going to grow up, but now that bud is going to grow outwards, and it's going to grow away from the inside of the tree. So, yeah, very happy to have gotten out there and pruned all the mulberries in the last week. That was really cool. Just going to quickly go back into chat. So, oh, thank you very much. I tell you what, though, if Zoom and Adventures of Zoom and Betty, if you guys are still here, if I did live out that way, I would have rated you guys when you had all that fruit on the trees last season. That looked fantastic. That was so cool. Um, oh, an absolute pleasure. I'm very behind here. Again, apologies everyone for my slow. Um, as I said earlier, I feel like Mike and Terry from MT Homestead. Um, they have so many people in their chat, and it's just crazy how the poor guys, Mike and Terry, are trying to keep up with everyone's conversations, and they could be a good 15, 20 minutes behind in chat, which is funny sometimes. It's great. Um, Still going. Also, Cindy, you should have done that with the avocado trees. Um, I think you're probably referring to cutting them so they grow not as tall. Um, oh no, you're kidding. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Well, so sorry to read that, Cindy. Oh no. Um, yeah, we've got one avocado, a Huss avocado growing here. For anyone that doesn't know, avocados, there's two categories for avocados. You've got a type A and you've got a type B. And I believe the Huss avocado, which were actually invented by a man in America, I think in about the 1920s, 1930s, they're a type A. Now, they are self pollinators. They do actually flower and will grow fruit themselves. But if you want to get a lot more fruit on your, say, type A avocado, you can plant a type B avocado nearby, and they'll cross pollinate and increase the yields of your avocados. So, just for anyone out there looking for avocados and you're new to it, yeah, just keep in mind that although they are self pollinators and you can have one, there are a type and a B type, and you can actually have them growing near each other and hopefully get more avocados from your trees. Um, all right. I used to grow chocos. Oh, there we go. Um, I used to grow chocos when I lived in Newcastle. Actually, I've been in Newcastle. My in-laws lived up there for a year or so, and yeah, it was really good to get up there and have a look around. And yeah, I actually didn't mind it. It was a lot of like a lot of places, you had your good and bad parts, but yeah, I liked. I was there for about a week or so. I think it was good. Um, they go bonkers and took over the fence. Wow. I wish my passion fruit would do that. That'd be good. Or beans. Um, so yeah, I'm scrolling back in chat, everyone. I do apologize if I'm a little bit behind here. Oh, here we go. Helen. Helen was ruthless. I was ruthless with my almond pruning. No point being too big and high, so you can't get to the fruit. That's exactly right, Helen. That's the way I think with all my fruit trees here. I'm not wanting to be climbing up on ladders to get my fruit and nuts and stuff like that. Um, if they die, I can replace. Yeah, well, there you go. Good stuff, Helen. And yeah, I really would like to see some photos at some point, Helen, of what's going on over there. It sounds absolutely fantastic. Um, oh, here we go. I can see David the Good's name. Fruit trees can get good, can get big, but according to David the Good, you can shape them in many ways and recommends keeping them. Yeah, exactly. So, especially backyard gardeners, look, I'm always saying like container growing and stuff like that, and you can have fruit trees in your backyard, and you can. Oh, thank you very much for subscribing, Legend FPV. Thanks, much appreciated. Um, Yeah, for backyard gardeners, you can have fruit trees in your backyard and you can keep them small. And once again, for anyone that missed it, look up backyard orchard culture, look up Dave Wilson Nursery, who talks and shows a lot of videos on how to keep trees small, how to grow them together in the same hole. And yeah, don't let having a standard backyard or a small backyard stop you guys, because if you can't get growing into the ground, grow in grow bags. And look, there's dwarf fruit trees out there as well. You can get grow bags happening, and you can have dwarf lemons and oranges and plums and apples, you name it. So don't let anyone ever tell you that you can't grow where you are, because even if you've got a balcony, as long as you can get a little bit of sunlight, everybody, you can get growing in containers at the very least. And there's nothing better than not having to rely on stores, growing your own food and knowing what goes into it. And like I said earlier, if you were here earlier, there's nothing better than having dirty hands and ripping open a fresh mandarin and eating it and smelling it while you're outside in your garden. You just can't beat it. All right, so getting back. Oh, okay, I'm really behind in chat. I can come up and raid anytime. I'm going to make sure I save this live stream and hold you to that. um, Okay, let's see. Oh man, Helen and Joe have such good information. Much appreciated, guys. And I'm trying to scroll through chat a little bit faster to try and catch up, so I do apologize. Um, Here we go. In regards to the avocados, that's cool about avocados. I currently have two seedlings. One is a Haas and the other is a Booth. So actually having the two together is good. Yeah, absolutely, Joe. Um, In fact, Booth, oh, maybe it's the B in the name, Booth. I'm associating Booth with type B. But even if you had two type A's, it's like a lot of, for anyone that doesn't know, um, with fruit trees, you'll have self pollinating, which means that they'll put out flowers and the bees and insects will come and help pollinate the fruit. And they don't need another tree around to help them produce fruit. But then there are fruit trees, for instance, that are not self pollinating, like, say, plums and, say, Japanese plums. Some of them you might need another type of Japanese type of plum close by to help pollinate. But what I was going to say was, with self pollinating fruit trees, um, they're going to be fine by themselves, but you can get another type of that type of fruit tree close by, and increasing the numbers will actually help with the yields and quite possibly increase the amount of fruit. So basically, just to summarize, even if you've got a fruit tree that will produce fruit by itself, such as an avocado or a plum, you can actually have another one close by, and that should increase the yields of that tree. Well, both trees actually. Don't take that as a promise, but technically it should help. So yeah, Joe, that's awesome. I hope they do well for you, mate, because I'm sure you eat avocado and enjoy it quite a bit over there. Okay, oh, thank you very much again, Jesse, for dropping that link to David the Good. Very good channel, very knowledgeable guy. Oh, here we go. I managed to grow an almond tree in Eastern Europe. I had to wrap it up about 3 or 4 winters in a row. Okay. But after that, it was growing and it had almonds without any issues. 20 winters, no problem. Fantastic. Oh, man. Awesome. Yeah, I need to get myself into gear. I don't have almonds here. As I said earlier in the live stream, I've got a couple of macadamias growing here, and I can't wait for those to grow. Obviously, they're going to take a very long time. But yeah, almonds is definitely something that I need to get going here. And um, Auslander and Helen have both inspired me to actually get myself sorted. And I think that's my next investment. I really need to get going on that. So thanks, guys. Um, okay. And speaking of having to get myself into gear, dragon fruit. Man, I still don't have dragon fruit here. And I was supposed to have some come down from Northern Australia a few months ago, and they still haven't arrived. And this is something I really want to get going here. They're the most beautiful fruits, and it helps that they taste nice too. Um, yeah, so oh man, Cindy, good luck with the dragon fruits. Jace, definitely get into the fruit trees, mate. You won't regret it. And yeah, those even those great big blue barrels that you've got. Anyone that hasn't seen Jace's channel, Jace has got great big blue barrels cut where he's container growing a lot of stuff. And mate, you'd have no issues getting trees happening in those things too. Um, Helen's got fruit trees. I have half a dozen fruit trees in pots, including various citrus, mulberry, apple, pear, loquat. Haven't decided where to put them. Um, sorry. Haven't decided where to put them or some to give my son when he gets a house. Yeah. See, that's one advantage of container growing too, is the mobility. Like renters, for instance, for anyone out there that's renting, you can grow so much stuff in containers and take it with you. So don't be put off by thinking, oh, you know what? I can't grow. It's no point having a veggie garden or fruit trees because I'm going to move soon. But grow in containers and you can take them with you. Excuse me. I apologize for my flu, cold. But yes, indeed. For anyone out there renting, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. I've got a couple of fruit trees that I'm actually going to plant into large grow bags, and I'm just going to leave them like that for a couple of years and decide on what I'm going to do with them in the meantime. And they're going to be perfectly fine. Eventually, they'll come out of the grow bag, and with trees in pots and containers, grow bags, after a few years, you really should probably check the roots anyway, and to see whether they're getting root bound in the pots. And it's not uncommon for people to repot trees in pots and containers into larger pots or the ground, and to actually give the roots a bit of a trim if they're going back into pots. But in the ground, you probably wouldn't have to trim the roots. You just make a nice big hole. But yeah, definitely just getting back onto container growing and fruit trees. For anyone renting out there, that's the way to go. Just get everything going in pots and take them with you. Um, if I'm trying to, oh man, oh gee, who can help me in chat with what dragon fruit tastes like? It's it's got the white flesh with the dark specks, and oh, it's got like the cream, oh, creamy like texture. Oh man, oh, being live sometimes I struggle, and this is definitely one of those times. I don't know whether I'm an hour behind in chat and whether this is going to come up in another hour. But yeah, if anyone can help me out here, give your opinions on it. It's incredible, Charles. They're as I said, they're the most beautiful looking fruit, and then when you cut them and see what they look like cut, they're just absolutely stunning. Um, Still scrolling. Um, okay, Joe's got a cousin with a Huss avocado tree, 12 foot tall, a lot of fruit, very nice. Avocados are small. Okay. Um, as long as they're organic and flavorful, that's good. That's exactly right, Joe. Could not agree more, mate. Um, okay, so Jake's got a couple of avocados. Jake, as long as they taste good, mate, and you're growing them yourself and you know what's going into them, you can't go wrong. Good stuff. Um, oh, okay, here we go. Just for the Aussies, Woodbridge Tree Nursery, who is posting my new hazelnuts to add to the two I have, sell varieties of 5 for cross pollinating. Ooh, thanks so much, Helen. That's awesome. Thank you. Um, I like to use delis for my fruit trees and stuff like that. I'm not familiar with Woodbridge, so I'm going to look them up after this. Excuse me. Definitely. I'm trying not to cough here. Excuse me. Um, Back in a sec. Booted out. Blue. Blue. By the time I get to this, you've probably gone off and cooked a full dinner and come back. Um, okay. Yes, please, Jake. Yes, please. That's all I can say. Charles, yeah, I'm sorry, mate. Unfortunately, it's one of my faves. I cannot wait to get them growing again this season coming up over here. Um, oh, here you go, and thank you so much, Jesse. There you go, Charles. Jesse has jumped on with a sweet avocado dip recipe. So yeah, hopefully I'm not too far behind, and yeah, Charles has been able to see that. Fantastic. Um, oh man, Jen and Wiley, uh, kiwi roots this year, but they didn't even sprout. Oh, I'm so sorry. Gardening can do that to you, but you know what? You've just got to try and roll with the punches because when it works, it is the most enjoyable thing, and obviously the health benefits are just so good. So yeah, hopefully, it's not going to get you down, and you're going to keep on at it because you really can't go wrong growing your own fruit and veggies at home. Um, okay, I'm scrolling. Excuse me as I cough. Oh man, definitely need this flu gone. I've not had so much lemon and honey and vitamin C, oranges, you name it, in the last week or so. It's been unreal. Um, Kiwis are divas like passion fruit. Hate their roots being messed with. So if anything, decide to go. Um, uh, I can't English. Here we go. Kiwis are divas like passion fruit. They hate their roots being messed with. So if anything, decide to go near them. Hang on. With am I? Here we go. With so if anything, decide to go near them. They may not grow. Ah, okay. Now that I've read it, it all makes sense. But do you think I could work it out as I was reading along? Oh wow. Um, trying to scroll. Our greenhouse is only big enough to start seeds, maybe grow some herbs, maybe we can expand over time. Yep, that's it. All in good time. Um, And there we go for Charles. I just want a dip that I can eat, but I can't do hot or mild hot, allergic. So you have to be, yeah, okay. Charles, I really hope you find something, mate. And I really hope that that recipe that Jesse linked to is actually of some help. Um, okay, Helen's saying, even though the potted trees grow down in the ground, if you want to move, just prune the tops and bottoms. At least you can trim much. Yeah, so true, Helen. Absolutely. Let's see where we're going. All right, I'll just quickly show the rest of these photos, just because I'm probably driving people nuts trying to catch up with chat. I apologize if I've missed something in chat. I'll try and get back to it real soon. And of course, please feel free to repeat any questions or comments. So this is one of my onion beds. They're doing really well. So I've got another two smaller, three smaller onion beds going at the moment as well. And I've got volunteer carrots that are popped up in this area, volunteer carrots, and there's a little bit of garlic happening here. And I've actually got garlic growing in a couple of other beds at the moment. I think in two pots and another two small garden beds, I've got more garlic as well. Brassicas, this is a bunch of broccoli and collie that I've got going in one section. They're looking quite well. Let's go have a look at. Okay, this is a Eureka Lemon. Just getting back to what we're talking about with fruit trees. This is an experiment I first did when I moved in. This fruit tree is 5 years old, believe it or not. It's not a dwarf. And what I did was, when I initially got it, I cut it back really harshly, stuck it into the ground, and then I had this dividing fence that divided the dogs from the chickens back in the day. And I've still got that dividing fence. So what I did was then, um, a lot of you be familiar with the term espalier, where espalier trees, you grow them against a fence or a wall. So what I did was I cut off the branches at the back and the front, and I've got them growing left and right along the fence here. So yeah, this would be, I would say, 5 or so years old. And this Eureka Lemon now, it's not looking the best. It had a pretty hard time over winter, but as you can see, I need to give it a bit of a cleanup. But I can grow lemons wide against this fence now, and I'm going to be getting these inside into the dehydrator and making a lemon powder in the next week or so. It's overdue to do that, and I'm overdue to pick them actually. But yeah, again, for people with small yards and things like that, you can actually cut down your trees, or you can espalier against a fence. For instance, maybe like in my orchard's getting full, and I've already got a beautiful peach tree in there that's growing like a traditional peach tree. But what I've done is I've put another peach tree of the same variety behind it, but there's not much room, so I'm growing it sideways like an espalier. I think it's actually going to be like a fan. So the branches are actually going to fan outwards, and that's going to grow sideways and catch the sunlight. And then that way it's not going to bush into a ball and it just won't have any room. So then I can have two peach trees in very close proximity and still get sun and airflow, and it should work well. So yeah, looking forward to getting these lemons off, and obviously having some fresh lemon, but making lemon powder, because we actually burn through lemon powder here in our house. Um, Now, because I'm so far behind in chat, in case anybody's going to ask, lemon powder, I put it into cola. I love lemon and cola. And we put lemon powder onto, say, chicken or fish, um, or you can put some pepper, cracked pepper, into the lemon powder and make a lemon pepper seasoning for chicken or fish again. And we also use lemon powder in recipes. One of my kids likes to make lemon slices, and they'll put lemon powder into the slice, and they'll also put lemon powder into the icing on top. And we just use it so much, and it's a great way to store lemons long term. And yeah, um, can't go wrong. I enjoy it so much. I love my dehydrating anyway, so it's like it's a chore to dehydrate my lemons. Um, all right, I'm just going to quickly scroll down to chat just to catch up. Um, okay, thanks, Joe. Yeah, I think the tree doesn't look that great, but I'm happy with it, and it's producing. And for a tree of its age, like that's what, maybe thigh high, and it's what a 4 to 5 year old lemon tree. So it's crazy. It's good that I've been able to keep it down that low and that small. Um, Jace dehydrator, yeah, it's the way to go, mate. And they're not that expensive, so you can start with the basic, the round ones that are stackable, and you can get started that way. And then if you wanted to upgrade, or if you wanted to jump in mid range, you can get the more traditional, not traditional, the more square shaped ones with the pull out drawers and the drop down front door. And I prefer those because it's, you don't have to stack. Having said that, I do like to rearrange, over say maybe 9 hours. I like to rearrange my shelves in the dehydrator just to get everything to evenly access that warm air that's blowing through the dehydrator. But yeah, you'll love it, Jace. It's so good to store food long term dehydrated, and also to make powders. And like my jalapeno powder, I love. Celery powder is a favorite of mine. Um, Celery powder is one where I love just to put a little bit on my finger and rub it on my teeth or my gums, and um, you just have this celery aroma through your mouth for a while as you walk around. It's so good. And it's great in soups and stews and all sorts of stuff. Oh, Leanne's here. G'day, Leanne. Um, wow, sorry, it's so late for you, Leanne. And sorry if I didn't see you come in earlier. I'm really behind in chat. And how appropriate that I'm talking about dehydrating and Leanne's here. Um, I first met Leanne. I first came across Leanne at Mennonite Farmhouse about a year ago, and her first videos were her dehydrating videos, and they blew me away because I very much love my dehydrating. And I came across this lady, and I'm like, oh my gosh, check this out! This is right up my alley. And yeah, I'm so lucky to have been friends with Leanne all this time now. Um, Okay, Leanne's just planted 70 feet of carrots. So you've enough to feed the whole chat. Yeah, that might do it. Good stuff, Leanne. I've just oh, in fact, how about I scroll across these photos? Um oh, that's what I was trying to show, more of the garlic that I was growing. I've got I've got 2 tubs, um containers growing with garlic, and then the garden bed behind is garlic, and also garlic and onions in that other garden bed. But I wanted to get to, there we go. Um, Talking about all your carrots. Welcome back, Charles. Good to see you, mate. Welcome back. Um, Lan was talking about all your carrots. I've got an abundance of celery at the moment. I've got, this is what, 16 celery growing in 4 grow bags there. Um, and I've got about another 20 celery growing in one of the garden beds at the moment. And then just off to the camera, I've got about another 20 to 30 celery at about half this size, that's waiting to be repotted or put somewhere. So yeah, I have a lot of plans to dehydrate and store a lot of celery this season. We like a lot of soups and stews here in this house. So I'm going to be storing a heck of a lot of celery coming up, and also celery powder I like to use. And even like when I make, say, a bolognese, it's good to make say, a mirepoix of celery, carrot, and onion, and blitz that all together and put that into your bolognese, into the meat, and you make like a ragu, like a traditional Italian ragu, to make a proper bolognese sauce. All right, mate, got to go. Look, thank you so much for being here. Much appreciated, mate. So good of you to drop by and hang out with us today. And I'm sure I'll see you again soon. So take care, mate, and safe travels. Dropping off your daughter, okay? Bye, mate. Here we go. Oh, yep. Helen says, let celery go to seed. You'll get a stack of seed for cooking, and it will spread absolutely everywhere, especially around the base of the pots and fences. Helen, I don't know why I have not done that. That is awesome. I used to use celery seed in pickling ages ago. I used to do a pickled veg, and it had celery seed. And Helen, thank you so much. It's awesome. Um, I would not have thought to have collected celery seeds this season, and I haven't in the past. And I am so doing that because you cannot go wrong with celery seed in pickling, for instance. Helen, you champion. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm stoked. Awesome. Okay. There goes Dad's making me hungry again. Hey, I'm making myself hungry, so what can I say? Yeah, absolutely. Yep, get in there with the dehydrator and just go for it. And oh, it's so much fun. I can't wait to get a new batch of garlic and onion powder happening this season. All right, let me burn through these photos. I'm taking up so many people's time. It's been a couple of hours. All right, so we've got the celery going. Now, somebody asked earlier about the raspberries. So this is the raspberry bed with the raspberries cut back. And then, as you can see here, um, I cut the raspberries back even with the ground, but this needs top dressing with a lot of compost. So I've actually cut them a little bit higher because you can see some of the roots, maybe. Excuse me. And as you can see, we've got the babies coming up now. We're heading, 3 weeks from spring here. So you can see that you've got the raspberry babies all starting to pop up from the roots. So that's something that I love about raspberries, is that you cut them back, and people ask about propagating them. But look, they shoot up from the roots so often that you just wait for them to start popping up from the roots, and you can actually start picking them out and cutting them out and transferring them to other garden beds or pots. So that's something I like. I mean, I love raspberries anyway, but I just love the whole reproduction process with raspberries, because it's so easy to get new plants from every year. Pretty much buy your raspberries once and you shouldn't need to buy them again unless you want a different variety. Oh, well, there we go. Finally came to the end of the photos. So, all right, back to my big head. All right, getting back to chat. I wish I could send you wineberry canes, but I'm sure they'd be destroyed at the border. Wow. I unfortunately, yeah. Look, people complain about our biosecurity rules being harsh in Australia, but the fact is that we're an island that's isolated from the rest of the world, and it's because of our biosecurity rules that we don't have a lot of diseases and pests. And we have like a rabbit problem, for instance, and a fox problem here in Australia because they were introduced to the country. And at the moment, Indonesia has a really bad problem with foot and mouth disease. And thankfully, because of our strict biosecurity, it's being held at bay, and because we have very close ties with Indonesia with agriculture, and fortunately, so far so good. Um, we don't have signs of the foot and mouth from Indonesia over here at the moment because they're very close to us when you to look at the map. So yeah, it's very harsh, but as Cindy says, they're harsh for a reason, and there's some pretty hardcore fines that people can get for doing the wrong thing. And yeah, unfortunately, it rubs me up the wrong way a little bit when I'll go to videos and live streams and people talk about breaking the rules and sending each other things because as much as you're trying to help each other out, you really could damage an industry because of your actions. And I'm sorry if that sounds all preachy and stuff like that, but it's a fact. It's true. And yeah, so we have like other countries have these rules in place for a reason. Um, all right, so ooh, okay. Well, sorry, I didn't highlight that. I was just I've lost it now. I was just reading Jace's comment about his berries. Good one, Jace. Um, oh, here we go. We have an incursion of Japanese encephalitis, which affects pigs people at the moment. Yeah, you know what? Japanese encephalitis, I'm pretty sure is what's being transmitted by mosquitoes at the moment. At the river, like two, let's say 5 minutes from my house. We've just had, I'm pretty sure Japanese encephalitis. Um, it's very much a tourist area up here. People come and go camping and fishing and stuff like that. And unfortunately, people have passed away and people have gotten very sick from, I think it's Japanese encephalitis from mosquito bites in recent months up here, actually. Um, yeah, look, unfortunately, you never know what one tiny bug can do to an entire ecosystem. It's crazy. It's just people have to be so careful. And yeah, if you get out there and watch some documentaries and stuff like that and see some stories on biosecurity, it's just nuts. Like you understand why they go to the trouble they do. Um, Even like at airports when people come in with fruit in suitcases and stuff like that. I mean, you just got to be so careful. Um, okay, I've not heard of this. We have a new earthworm that's destroying organic soil. You're kidding me. I've not heard of that before. Oh, wow. All right, thanks for that, Leanne. I'll be looking that up. That's real interesting. That's not something I've heard of. Um, oh man, that's terrible. Sorry, I'm just looking at the other screen. I'm just trying to bring up. There you are. I'm just bringing you all back up on YouTube again. Um, all right. Well, excuse my sniffling. I think I'm going to wind things up. Can I just say thank you very much to yeah, Leanne? That'd be good. I'd appreciate that. Um, sorry, I changed screens and I'm trying to find. Oh, hang on, wait, no, that's my email. Where are you? I've lost you. Oh, there you go. Okay. Um, all right. Judy May's here. And also, can I just say, Judy May Collins, it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you much recently, and that's my fault because I've been down and out with all types of flus and stuff like that. But thank you so much for dropping in to see me. Much appreciated. Judy May Collins, everyone, the most adorable lady. And if you've not gone into her chats before, you can go to her chat and just have a good time and feel good. And yeah, thank you so much for dropping by. And also, I did see that we had a visit by Um, Here we go. So, I've lost it. Big guys 45s. G'day, it's good to see you. Welcome to my live stream and welcome to the channel. Just trying to grow a channel and meet new friends and buddies. Hello over there. Thank you so much, folks. You're very welcome. Um, Pretty much myself and every single person that you would see in this chat right now are all quite friendly and easygoing and get along with each other so well. And yeah, welcome to my live stream. Welcome to my channel. And yeah, I hope you get to know everyone and they eventually get to know you. And yeah, welcome. I was just about to wind down the live stream, so I'm glad I caught your message before I started closing things off. Now, I did want to just say thank you so much to the moderators, as always. Um, YouTube can have a lot of issues with spam and stuff like that, and all these moderators moderate on the channels at their own free will and in their own time. And for instance, in my case, I actually made people moderators just because I trust them. And I've not technically sat down and asked people to be a moderator on my channel. So I cannot thank all of the people enough for moderating my channel that do, because it's something that, as I said, people take from their own time. And Jesse, for instance, is just fantastic at going to so many other channels and helping people out. And you would have seen Jesse will provide links for information as well. So if we're talking about a topic, yeah, Jesse will pop up with, hey, look, here's information on that particular fruit or veg or website. So yeah, moderators, thank you so much. You help us so much. Again, to all the members of my channel, and I would just like to go here and here and here and click that, scroll down and click that. And once again, thank you so much to every single person here on the screen right now that became a financial member of my channel and helped me out so much. I do appreciate it, and I can't tell you enough how much it does help me. It has helped me, and it will help me. And to everybody that actually donated to the live stream today, thank you so much, because my girl, my chicken, is going to the vet and is going to be getting medication. And believe me, that is going to help me out so much. So thank you so much, everybody. Much appreciated. To everyone who comes to my channel, whether it's on the live streams or on my videos, thank you so much. This does not happen without the support of people out there, people watching, people commenting. And also, can I just thank everyone just for being friends, and for me personally, helping me with my mental health and my confidence. And for instance, today, this wasn't going to happen. I said to my wife last night I was too scared and nervous and thinking excuses not to go live, but here I am again rambling for 2.5 hours. And it's because of all of you out there that I get the confidence and I feel comfortable when I see your names in the chat. And yeah, look, just I can't thank you enough, everybody. I really do mean it. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to continue sniffling here. I'm sorry to put you through my sniffing and coughing. Hopefully, I'll be done with the flu in 2 weeks' time. For anyone that doesn't know, I stream every 2 weeks at this time. So, yeah, I'll see you all again in 2 weeks. Hopefully, I have answered all the questions. I think you're good. Yeah, this it makes a lot of sense, but I I really find it hard to mention, donating and stuff like that. And sorry, I just want to mention Mick Mash is here. Mick Mash, thank you so much for dropping in and leaving a comment. It's good to see you here. I'm glad I got to see your name and say g'day while you're here. So thanks for dropping by. Much appreciated. Um, and thank you for the kind words too. That's so good. Thank you. Um, yeah, it's see what I mean. It's because of people. It gives me this confidence, and it's going to help me with my own. I still don't see people in real life. I'm working on it, but look, I'm getting this far, guys. Um, yes, Jesse and Lisa, you know what? I have to admit, I do feel bad that people donate money to channels on YouTube, and some of the money goes to YouTube. But I do agree 100% with the fact that if it's not for YouTube, I don't have this platform and exposure to so many people. So I'm personally happy for YouTube to be taking their cut. Um, but yes, it's looking at PayPal and even like Patreon and things like that. Maybe I should look into that like other people do. So thanks so much for the suggestion, Jesse. Um, oh, I'm just trying to think. Uh, all right, so look, I'm going to head off. For anyone that doesn't know, if you go to my main channel page, I now have a store link where it links to merch with Teespring, and there's a whole bunch of everything from t-shirts to mugs with my channel logo, my Daz Approves logo, to people that maybe want, say, G'day on a t-shirt or a mug, a combination of G'day with my username or my channel and stuff like that. So you can find that through the merch, the store link on my main channel page. And also, if you want to become a member, you can click on the join link to be a member of the channel. Buy me a coffee is another one. That's exactly right. Yeah, just look, there's all those options, and I should look at those options because I'm not working and it does help me financially, but just talking about money is very awkward. And yeah, but I totally get what everyone's saying and I appreciate it. And I do appreciate the support. It's fantastic. Um, all right, let's do this goodbye thing. I'm so slow at it. So again, thank you everybody so much for being here today. And yeah, I will see you hopefully on one of my next videos, and I'm sure I'll see you in various live chats and videos of your own and other people's videos and stuff like that. So I'll thank you, Jesse. Thank you so much for the link to the store. Everybody take care, and of course I will see you in 2 weeks time. Please look after yourselves, be good, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.